Number two on the list would be a city that I fell in love with and had no idea that I would. Guadalajara. And when I speak about Guadalajara, I'm also including Lake Chapala area and Ajijic. Um, these are technically it's about 40-45 minutes away driving, but they're technically all in one. So if you're looking for something that has a quieter pace, a slower pace, maybe you're looking for people more seniors or someone, not someone, but a community that can skew a little bit older, than Lake Chapala and Ajijic. Beautiful, 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 but does have more of an older skewing demographic, more retirees. Whereas Guadalajara is lit. Guadalajara is lit. And there's always something to do. It's not as busy as like a New York in the sense that it's not really congested, but there's always something to do in a city of 5 million people. Actually, I believe Guadalajara is the second largest city in Mexico as far as population is concerned, density, and the first we're going to talk about in a minute. But Guadalajara, I first went in 2022. I was scheduled to go, December 2022, and stayed for a few months and literally fell in love with it. There are so many different energies that the city brings. There's the eclectic part of Guadalajara called Colonia Americana, and it's very like urban. It's kind of like the village meets Soho, kind of, sort of. And if you know anything about New York, you know what that means. But so there's Colonia Americana. Then you have Country Club and Providenciales, which is more upscale, urban. A lot of banks are located in those areas. The cost of living is higher, like the rents and housing costs are much higher. It's not far from, there's another area called Midtown, which has a huge like mall and movie theater. And there's various parts. There's Tlaquepaque. I mean, there's so many different parts of Guadalajara that can satisfy anyone's desires. So definitely, if you're interested in going someplace that has a lot to offer and a decent sized Black expat community, I will say I didn't find the expat community there to be as active as other places I've been. But the thing about it is, like, if you go to the mall or if you're hanging out, you're going to run into people and then you'll make your own type of hangouts, right? But they're good at answering questions. I will say, if you have inquiries or need any information about things going on in the city, then I definitely recommend joining their Facebook community. And like I said, there's over 5 million residents between Guadalajara, Lake Chapala, and Ajijic. And I'll actually, like I said, I'll include a video that gives you, one, my first impressions, two, some of the experiences that I had. I don't know if I posted my experience to the town of Tequila, which is about an hour away as well, but it's actually where tequila is made and where tequila comes from. If it doesn't come from this region, then it's not tequila. You're not drinking tequila. So I highly recommend considering Guadalajara. When it comes to, the crime and the mass pewings, then that number is about 2 to 3 as well. Once again, I haven't heard any pertaining to tourists or regular people that are just going to visit. They usually have to do with other business. So again, nothing happening in the school system. And there's a big population, not a big, but a decent population of parents with kids that have relocated to Guadalajara as well. When it comes to the weather, The hottest month is May, and averages about 93, 94. It's also rainy season around then as well. And then in December, the temperature can go down to 46. I will say I was there in January and we had like a 39-degree night. So anywhere, upper 30s to the 40s is your low temperature. And cost of living is amazing. Like I said, you have something for everyone. If you want to live in the expensive part of Guadalajara, then you can. And then they also have more affordable options. So yeah, let me see. What is the next one? And again, give me a second. I'm gonna go through these a little faster so we could get into the examples. So we just went through 2 so far. Oh, forgive me. We're gonna kind of expedite the next 6 or 7. But the next one on the list in alphabetical order is Merida. Merida is a city of over 1 million, about 1.2 million in the immediate metro area, and has a huge expat community, a very large Black expat community as well. For those of you that haven't watched the other videos, next week, the edits are happening now, the final edits, and I want to make sure all the links are working. But next week, I will include a link to the all-encompassing I don't want to say the name just yet, but it's going to be the Bible of relocating and expat information with most of the major cities. I believe it's about, right now it's probably like between 50 and 60 cities. Once the links and everything are, confirmed, I'll be able to confirm the final number, but it should be ready to go the end of next week. And all of this information will be included and much, much more. And so if you're looking for anything from the immigration offices, if you're looking for realtors, if you're looking for whatever you're looking for, will be included in this resource. And again, next week, it should be ready to go. So we're talking about Merida. Now, the one thing about Merida, it's safe. We're going to check safe off the map. They may have one pewing annually, but it's usually 0. And so you can't get, more safer than that. And Merida was ranked the most safest city in Mexico quite a few times. So if you're interested in Merida, if you're interested in someplace safe and cost effective as well, Merida should definitely be on the list. Now, they're also known to be extremely hot in the summertime. Like, people do not go outside, do not leave their house, do not even think about doing anything until the nighttime, because Merida is known for their heat. And people have left Merida because they thought people were playing. They thought people were just, exaggerating when it comes to the heat in Merida. They're not. Merida is extremely hot in the summertime, even though they promote temperature about 93 degrees as a high in May. No, it gets much warmer than that. And again, that is pretty much what they're known for. People know about the heat in Merida. It's not too far from Cancun, though. I will say the good thing about it is, like, if you have options of flying in there, and now they have a train that goes into Merida. There's options for travel there, but if you are adverse to heat, if you have health-related issues that heat will compound, then I say no to Merida. Outside of that, high on the list. In January, the low temperature is about 66 degrees.